Hi, I'm Chris Wardlaw for CarGurus, and today I'm reviewing the redesigned 2016 Kia Optima. Now, you know how sometimes people will say, well, car companies really don't build bad cars anymore, do they? It's usually something like the Optima that they've got in mind, because there is almost nothing wrong with this new midsize family sedan. Come on, let's go for a ride, and I'll tell you all about it. The version of the Optima that we're driving today is the SX Limited trim level. It's the top of the line trim level. It's loaded with everything. There are only a handful of options that you can get, and the price tag is just over $36,000. Now, don't have a heart attack, because that's actually not far out of alignment with the top level trims of other manufacturers' midsize family sedans. And the reality is that with just a few exceptions, the Optima in this trim level is an entry luxury vehicle. Now, the SX and the SX Limited trim levels come standard with a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. It's making 245 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. Those figures are lower than last year's 2-liter turbo, but Kia says that it has retuned the engine to produce a more linear acceleration, better overall performance, and improved fuel economy. Now, I buy into that because I did not really feel like the engine needed any additional power. There is a drive mode select button here in the center console that allows you to cycle between eco, normal, and sport driving modes. And with the car driven mostly in normal mode, I got 25.3 miles per gallon on my test loop, which is exactly in alignment with the EPA's 25 mile per gallon rating in combined driving. It's also a few miles per gallon better than the last previous generation Optima Turbo that I drove. The 6-speed automatic transmission is outstanding. It's got a manual shift gate right down here on the console, and it's intuitive. You push the stick up for an upshift, you pull it back for a downshift. You've also got paddle shifters here on the steering wheel. When I was driving the car aggressively, I did wish for downshift rev matching. That would have been nice, and it would have been nice if the powertrain weren't so isolated from the cabin, believe it or not, because the shifts aren't terribly crisp and there's no downshift rev matching, so sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to figure out what gear you're in. Of course, all you have to do is look right here on the driver information display and it tells you. Now, as far as suspension tuning is concerned, this has got a bit of a stiff ride, especially with the larger wheels and tires. You're going to want to feel the road if you buy an Optima SX or SX Limited. Now, I happen to like that, but I know that a lot of people don't. So be sure to keep that in mind if you're taking a test drive of this car. So Kia's also done a really good job with the braking system. I have no complaints about how they work or how the pedal feels under my foot. The only significant thing that I can complain about with the Optima is the steering system. Now, the SX and the SX Limited come with a rack-mounted electric steering system, which is better than the column-mounted electric steering that's on some of the other models. But the issue that I faced was that I felt as though I could feel the pinion moving along the rack. So there were little notches every time I wanted to fine-tune my steering inputs. Now, I felt this pretty much in almost every driving situation where I just wanted to fine-tune the steering. It didn't matter if I was in the middle of a bend on a curvy road. It didn't matter if I was in the carpool lane on the freeway. And it becomes a source of irritation. Now, as far as the rest of the Optima is concerned, this is a terrific car. It looks fantastic inside and out. It's really comfortable. It took me a while to dial in the right driving position, but now that I've found it, perfectly comfortable. The SX Limited's got heated and ventilated front seats. I've got a heated steering wheel here, and the rear seat is plenty roomy. Lots of room back there for kids and adults. Now, the interior materials are also well done. My Horizon Blue test car only comes with a black interior, and if not for this massive glass panoramic sunroof, it would feel pretty dark and dim in here. There is some metallic trim inside to help lighten the mood, and the diamond quilted premium leather certainly does help with that regard, but most likely if I were buying this car, I would prefer to get the two other interior colors that are offered on the SX Limited, which are ivory and something called aubergine, which is kind of like a dark wine red. For 2016, the Optima's trunk also grows in terms of its space. Goes up from 15.4 cubic feet to 15.9 cubic feet. It's not shaped exactly the way that I would prefer. I can't stack a suitcase, a full-size suitcase on the side. It has to lay flat, and that's strictly only because this car's got a premium Harman Kardon audio system in it, and the rear speakers are kind of sticking down a little bit below the rear parcel shelf, so it makes it really hard to slide a suitcase in there on its side. Another feature that the Optima has is called Smart Trunk. Basically, you walk away from the car, you've got the key fob in your pocket or your purse or your backpack or whatever, and then when you return to the car and your hands are full, you hear a beep 3 times for 3 seconds, you stand by the trunk, and the trunk pops open. Now the thing is it pops open, but it doesn't raise, it only pops. So if your hands are full, you still have to figure out a way to get the lid open. Now to me, that doesn't seem particularly helpful. It seems more of an aggravation than anything. Now, as far as the control layout is concerned, Kia has moved towards a more horizontal orientation of controls. And what that does is it frees up a lot of space, and it allows them to organize things in a very intuitive and logical fashion. You've got big buttons with large markings, you've got big knobs. The steering wheel controls are very easy to understand and operate. I've got a driver information center that allows me to program a lot of different functions of the car. And I really find this an extremely intuitive and easy to use cabin. I also really like Kia's Your Voice or UVO, e-services infotainment system. One reason I like it is because it's really intuitive. You've got this whole row of buttons here on the center of the dashboard that bring up the main menus, and then from there it's real easy to use the touch sensing icons to find and use what it is that you're looking for. Plus, it offers subscription-free services. So why is that important? Most cars have additional service packages that help you find your car in a parking lot, or allow you to call 911 in an emergency, or automatically notify emergency responders if there's been a collision. But a lot of those systems are subscription-based, so you have to pay for them every year to keep them active. In the Kia, you don't need to have a subscription. All you have to do is have a smartphone paired to the system, and then it works based on your smartphone's cell signal. If you've got a teenage driver in the house, you're really going to want to consider the Optima, because it has a couple of features associated with UVO e-services that allow you to monitor your teen's use of the car. So for example, you can find your car at any time, so you'll know where the car is even when it's not in your possession. There's a speed alert system, there's a curfew alert system. You can even program these geographic boundaries that'll send you an alert when the car travels beyond it. Another thing that makes the SX Limited sticker price worth it is that Kia loads this car up with safety features. You've got forward collision warning on this car with automatic emergency braking, a lane departure warning system, a blind spot information system with rear cross traffic alert. I love the blind spot information system, not only because it works the way that it should with icons on the mirrors and audible warnings, but Kia makes it available on every single trim level. It's an option on pretty much everything, but it's just nice that you can get it on every version of the new Optima. Now, because this car is brand new, the federal government and the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety have not conducted crash tests on it yet. But as soon as they do, as long as it passes with flying colors, there's really no reason not to choose an Optima. Now, overall, the new Optima is a really impressive car, and especially in SX Limited trim, because other than that Kia badge on the trunk, that's an entry luxury car. From its exterior styling and its interior design to the safety and infotainment systems, the Optima SX Limited serves as the new midsize sedan standard bearer. Plus, it's really great to drive. except for the steering. Steering is so critically important to get right. Steering feel and response impacts every driver every single time they drive the car. At its best, it instills confidence, and if nothing else, it should prove unremarkable. But here, for me, the type of driving I was doing, it proved to be a source of regular aggravation. Other than that, I highly recommend the new Optima. Be sure to check out my full review of the car on CarGurus.com. Feel free to offer comments below, and if you found this review helpful, please share this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. For all of us at CarGurus, thank you for watching.